Cole Sprouse.
Hey.
You look great. Are you in the studio? Because I'm not doing the show from the studio.
Yeah, well, I was invited to the studio only to find out that it was just me and these two guys up there in the corner.
Hey, let me see that stash. Can I pull on it?
Do you want to twist it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I figured I'd dress up like a young Chef Boyardee for you today to really scare my entire audience.
Why? I like it. I think it looks good. Why the stash?
I was growing it out. I was growing my hair out and my mustache for a role. But then quarantine hit, and I figured, you know what? I'm going to be playing 17 for the next 80 years of my life. I might as well give myself a second to actually figure if I can grow a mustache.
Yeah, and you can. Now, I know from growing a mustache that this part that's what takes the extra couple months, that thing.
Oh, this has taken me about the fullness of the quarantine thus far. I've been trimming. I've been making sure it all looks kosher. My brother and I have been in a violent competition for whose facial hair is more robust.
You got to be in the lead, I'm assuming.
Well, he's got this sort of devilish,
like a Van Dyke type of deal.
Yeah, a kind of Shakespearean point to his chin. I was sort of going for the Victorian man that's trying to tie a woman to the train tracks, and he's gonna go for like full Viking mode.
Yeah, so Snidely Whiplash type of vibe. But
exactly.
Do you have any wax in there?
Oh yeah, I do. In fact,
sure.
I have it here.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. You got to get the mustache wax.
Oh, dude, it's the only way to go.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Ooh. Hey, you know what's a good gift for you if you know somebody that wants to get you a gift?
I thought clearly you're not proposing to get me a gift, but you know it's a good gift for you if someone wants to get you one.
I can mail one to you, but
are you going to give me the gift, or you need someone else to buy it?
I think someone else should be involved. But there's a mustache comb. Do you have one?
No, I don't. Look, this is uncharted territory for me. I'm learning how to do this for the first time in my life. Okay, I haven't gotten all the accoutrements yet.
By the way, I have a question about Sweet Life of
sure.
Zach and Cody.
Because it's been 15th.
It's the 15th. Wow.
This is
that me?
Background.
Is that me?
Yeah, that could be if you keep shaving.
Dude, what I was going to ask you is, do you know why everyone's so obsessed with the Sweet Life?
I would hope it had something to do with me. No, I think it's the 15-year anniversary of it, and it's interesting. I think even the way I remember a lot of those kids shows that I grew up on or watching in this regard, they sort of fit within this golden nostalgic little bubble. So there's always this tendency to glorify the things that we grew up with, especially the programming we grew up with. And I think, thankfully, our show has sort of held the test of time. I mean, I think the audience has been revived in a couple cases in places like Disney Plus. I think it was airing for a little bit, and some other, people are just searching up all the compilations on YouTube and things. But
are people trying to get you to go back and do another thing or a special or something?
Yeah, it's funny. I've had the privilege of being part of a lot of fun TV shows when I was younger that kind of became cult classics or fan favorites, like Sweet Life or Friends, and there's always that question that pops up. There's always the like, oh, when are you going to go back, or when are you going to renew it? But I don't think it should be done. If I'm being honest, I think it's really incendiary. There's a huge potential to kind of demolish that perfect little golden memory of a program if you go back and you revive it.
No, do not do that.
Yes, look, I'm not the biggest fan of the sequel and the spin-off thing, and yeah. I think also if enough time elapses, everyone who comes back to a program like that they're not really in the same headspace. So to try and capture the same feeling that it was at least my childhood, that sort of.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
strange age of sitcom when we were 4-camera live audience and filming in Hollywood. I don't know. I don't know how it would feel. It kind of. I think it would be enjoyable to find a way to do it that has a lot of respect and captures the feeling that people are actually desiring from that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it can be quite incendiary.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.